Mauricio Ruffi has officially been selected as the backup fighter for the UFC 329 headliner between Conor McGregor and Max Holloway. The decision has instantly fueled speculation, with many fans already viewing Ruffi as the most dangerous replacement waiting in the shadows. If anything changes before fight night, it looks like he could be the one called to seize the spotlight in a career-defining moment. In a post shared on Instagram, Ruffi revealed that he accepted the UFC's backup fighter offer while he was enjoying a vacation, proving he was ready to answer the call the moment the opportunity appeared.
Rapaziada, vocês sabem que eu me coloquei à disposição na luta aí do Conor McGregor e Max Holloway. Tô indo agora pra Las Vegas, vamos ver o que vai acontecer. Me cuidei bastante, esses caras me fizeram treinar em meio às minhas férias. Essa luta vai ser na 77. Então vamos ver aqui o peso que eu me mantive. Eu vou te falar que essa foi a vez que eu mais ganhei peso, viu? Então bora lá. Vamos ver aqui, depois do café da manhã, 84 quilos, teria mais ou menos 7 quilos aí pra me tirar pra categoria. Estamos indo viajar agora para Vegas na segunda-feira e vamos ver o que acontece. Eu contra o Conor McGregor acredito que seria uma luta muito boa, né? Acho que uma luta que eu teria mais facilidades pela falta de ritmo e tudo mais, né? Sempre tendo os perigos da luta, mas eu acredito que seria uma luta muito legal contra o Max Holloway. Eu acredito no meu poder de nocaute. Ele é um cara que né, busca jogar ali pra frente o tempo todo, mas eu entro lá pra definir as lutas e eu não perco minhas oportunidades. Seria muito legal ver essa luta acontecer. Tô indo, vamos ver o que acontece. Valeu, eu vou informando tudo pra vocês. Tamo junto.
Charles Oliveira has become the latest high-profile UFC star to question referee Herb Dean's performance, adding his voice to a debate that continues to divide the MMA world. During a recent interview with MMA Fighting, Oliveira argued that Dean should have reacted much sooner in the Gane vs. Pereira matchup. He explained, "Just think about everything surrounding that fight. If Poatan had won, he would have become a champion in 3 different weight classes. His name already carries enormous weight. Now picture his opponent landing a huge shot and realizing, this is my chance. I can end all the hype, shock everyone, and my career changes overnight. That's the kind of pressure that makes a fighter throw everything he has. That's exactly why the referee has to recognize when things are crossing the line. The official is there to know when it's time to intervene. Just like I felt in my own fight, I believe the referee should have stepped in and said, that's enough, something isn't right. In this situation, I think Herb Dean should have acted." Oliveira continued by pointing to what he believed were several questionable strikes during the exchange. Referring to Pereira's own comments afterward, he noted that Poatan acknowledged absorbing the jab, several follow-up punches, and shots that appeared to land behind the head. Oliveira said fans later asked whether those blows changed the result, but he refused to speculate. "I honestly don't know because I wasn't inside the cage," he explained. "What I do know is that multiple strikes landed in an area where they shouldn't have. Whether those shots changed the outcome is impossible for me to say, but they were definitely illegal strikes." His remarks have only intensified ongoing conversations about officiating standards in high-pressure championship fights. Meanwhile, Max Holloway has made it clear that he has no interest in criticizing Charles Oliveira's strategy during their BMF title showdown. The two collided in the UFC 326 main event back in March, with expectations reaching an all-time high as the BMF belt hung in the balance. Instead of the all-out war many fans predicted, Oliveira relied heavily on his grappling, controlling Holloway on the mat for most of the contest before securing a unanimous decision victory. Although many viewers were disappointed by the lack of explosive exchanges, Holloway later told ESPN MMA that he wasn't going to fault Oliveira for executing a game plan that ultimately earned him the win, even if it wasn't the spectacle fans had hoped to see.
Just put it plain and simple. I'm not a complainer, so I'm not going to complain. And at the end of the day, everybody keep talking about how you felt because, around the BMF belt, there's a certain aura. And of course there's that certain aura. And so much people are so used to that aura with the lineage of the belt. That's why. But you can't be mad at Charles because he went out there and he just did what he thought he had to do to win. You know what I mean? And that doesn't line up with the belt, but it's still a fight. So at the end of the day, be mad at me all you want because I should have stopped what I did. I had my opportunities to go in there and fight my fight. I did it. He went out there. He fought a different fight. Like, of course, in my mind too, when I think of BMF, I think of, certain fights, and that wasn't the fight we got, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, the guy still got to win, and it is what it is. But then, to that, it goes to a point, it proves a point. It's not, in the UFC, this, you saw this all the time. It's not it's not even winning in this sport. You know what I mean? Like, winning is great, winning is awesome, but how much time we see guys win and they don't get certain opportunities, you know? You gotta win in this sport, but you gotta win exciting, bro.
Michael Morales just delivered another reminder of the frightening power that's made him one of the most dangerous names in the welterweight division. In a clip showing him testing his strength on a punching machine, Morales smashed the meter with an incredible score of 971, setting a brand new high mark and immediately grabbing fans' attention. Although punching machine results can differ widely depending on the model, meaning the numbers aren't always directly comparable, the footage still reinforces what many observers already believe. Morales possesses explosive knockout power, and moments like this continue to build the reputation that's earned him recognition as one of the hardest-hitting welterweights on the UFC roster. John Onik believes Ilia Topuria still has something left to prove before he can be considered a truly dominant force at lightweight. Speaking during a recent interview with Submission Radio, the longtime UFC commentator agreed with Justin Gaethje's assessment that Topuria is among the most dangerous first-round fighters in the sport, a reputation built on explosive starts and fight-changing power. Even so, Onik argued that the biggest tests may still be ahead. In his view, Topuria needs to defeat several elite contenders at 155 pounds before completely solidifying his place at the top of the division and removing any remaining doubts about his long-term dominance among the lightweight elite.
He's a mental giant, in my opinion. He has just tremendous aura and mystique, right? Like, I get starstruck around Ilia Topuria. I mean, this man walks in a room and you know it, even if he's shorter than me, right? No, I mean, I think he will come back strong against any opponent. I guess what I lean into in terms of the martial arts is Gaethje talking about him as maybe the best one-round fighter of all time or first-round fighter of all time. So I think there's a lot that he can draw from it just in terms of how he attacks the early portions of the fight. You can't just get jabbed up. But Kenny Florian and other people have called Topuria the greatest MMA fighter, that they've seen. And at his best, maybe he is that. But at lightweight, he's unproven. And he'll be ready to prove himself at 55, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Raul Rosas Jr. added another milestone to his growing resume by capturing the inaugural ACBJJ All-Stars Championship after submitting Zabit Magomedsharapov's brother in Moscow. The UFC bantamweight was initially set to face Zabit himself in a no-GI grappling superfight at ACBJJ 2, a matchup that would have marked Zabit's first appearance in competition since 2019. Those plans changed after Zabit was forced to withdraw because of an injury, opening the door for his undefeated brother, PFL featherweight Kasan Magomedshirapov, to accept the challenge on short notice. Rosas wasted little time making the most of the opportunity, securing the ACBJJ All-Stars title with a rear-naked choke victory. Moments after the finish, the spotlight shifted once again as Rosas came face-to-face with Zabit, fueling speculation that the long-awaited grappling showdown could finally be next.
There we go! All-Stars title no-gi match at 70 kilograms. We can't wait. Thank you very much.
Before we jump into the next story, take a second to support the channel. If you're enjoying the updates, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Every bit of support helps us bring these stories to even more fight fans. Now, let's get back to the action. Khabib Nurmagomedov is making headlines once again. A recently circulating video appears to show the former UFC lightweight champion trying to recruit retired football icon Patrice Evra for a completely different challenge. In the clip, Khabib can be seen encouraging Evra to travel to Dagestan and experience MMA training firsthand at his renowned gym, adding another unexpected chapter to the former champion's growing list of memorable moments outside the octagon.
Your gym. I go to train with your gym. I like this. I like this. January 12th. I will be there. Hey, don't you tell them you use Habib. Tell them use Habib. I go this place. No, not even born when I was going there. You just tell you use Habib.
Dustin Poirier has finally broken his silence about the recent airport incident, sharing his side of the story for the very first time. During a new appearance on the Diary of a CEO, the former interim UFC champion opened up about what unfolded that day, explaining how he ended up at the airport and the personal emotions that shaped his decisions. According to Poirier, Father's Day brought back painful memories of his father's battle with alcohol, and those emotions ultimately led him to begin drinking while he was traveling. Rather than making excuses, he accepted full responsibility and admitted that alcohol has never been the answer during life's hardest moments. Poirier also expressed regret toward the airport employees and responding police officers, saying he wanted to make things right after everything was over. He revealed that he even asked his attorney to help him obtain the responding officer's contact information so he could personally thank him for handling the situation professionally, adding that he believes the incident could have ended far worse under different circumstances. The complete conversation is available on the Diary of a CEO, with the full interview linked in the video description.
Here's the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by Brand. Number 2 meme was posted by Star Wormwood. And number 1 meme was posted by...
Those were the top 3 MMA memes making the rounds online today. The number 3 spot goes to a post from Brand, number 2 belongs to Star War, and the number 1 meme of the day comes from Mostly MMA. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed today's roundup, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss your daily MMA updates. We'll be back tomorrow with more breaking news, highlights, and everything happening in the fight world.